2023 study by Opinion, commissioned by Okada, surveyed 2,000 UK adults. Among Gen Z, 42% said tea was their go-to to chill out, and only 23% chose alcohol. Tea beats booze. Yesterday evening, I was working in Starbucks in Bridgend in South Wales, and there was a group of, I would say, 4 to 5 women in their mid-20s, I would say, sat next to me, going through the whole plethora of emotion, right? They were laughing, they were joking, they were in hysterics, but they were also serious, reflective, deep. I could tell there was some deep conversation, some nostalgia, some trips down memory lane. I could just tell the whole gamut was going on of being human. And it hit me. These people are not drunk. There's not even a sip of alcohol here. They're not in a pub. They're not clutching champagne flutes. Nobody's slurring or tottering around on their heels like they're on stilts. They're drinking tea, chai lattes, coffee, English breakfast, matchas. But most importantly, they're alive. And here's the question. If you don't need alcohol to feel connection, freedom, or joy, like they didn't, why do we still cling on to it like it's a life raft? Welcome to the 1000 Days Sober podcast. My name is Lee Davy. I'm not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, and I spend every waking moment of that life helping other people do the same, like right now, baby. So I got my cap on. Got this in Japan if you're watching the video. You'd always know when I got my cap on. It's because I haven't done my hair, right? That's why I got my cap on. Back in the day, and yeah, it sounds like I'm old, right? I'm 50. Is that old? Let me know, right? The pressure to drink back then was enormous. If you didn't drink, you were weird. You was a pussy. You was a lightweight. Drinking was the price of entry for laughter, for community, for belonging. But today, there's a shift happening, brothers and sisters, and the data backs it up. A 2023 study by Opinion, commissioned by Okada, surveyed 2,000 UK adults. Among Gen Z, 42% said tea was their go-to to chill out, and only 23% chose alcohol. Tea beats booze. In a generation raised on Instagram and peer pressure, and perhaps this all began in the pandemic because the UK Tea and Infusions Association, don't ask me why I know these things, they found that 43% of 18 to 24-year-olds increased their tea intake during that period. I know I did, and I'm not in the 18 to 24 bracket. And add this to your noggin. The Times reported that 43% is a big number, of 18 to 34-year-olds have now given up alcohol entirely or have cut back. Wow. That's not a trend. That is a movement. And here's the truth. Connection doesn't come from a bottle. Joy doesn't live at the bottom of a pint glass. It comes from presence, from being in your body, not outside of it, from remembering the story the next morning instead of piecing it together from videos and shame and text messages from your friends telling you what you did last night. Now, we're going to take a little break, but here's a thought for you to sit with. What if everything you were told that alcohol gave you, confidence, fun, connection, was already within you without it? Think about that, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the 1000 Days Sober podcast, where I am waxing lyrical about Gen Z's decision to drink more tea and banish alcohol to, I don't know, where do you banish it to? Down the toilet. Earlier today, I was at the hospital, took my wife there to have a scan. She's got a bit of sciatica. And I saw something that always bewilders me every time I see it. And unfortunately, I see it a lot when I'm at hospital. And that is a bunch of people who were clearly on death's doorstep, right? They're really unwell. Some of them are on crutches, some of them are in wheelchairs, some of them have got limbs missing. And they're all huddled around the main entrance of the hospital, smoking cigarettes. I have no idea why they don't just ban it. Like it's a hospital, for fuck's sake. If you're listening, anybody who works for anybody that could do something about it, the one place to ban smoking completely is a hospital. Anyway, off my soapbox. So you can see that obviously they're hooked, they're clinging. And I thought to myself, that in 2025, given everything we know about smoking, I mean, you hear me banging on about alcohol having no value. Well, fucking hell, smoking, that's next level no value. You're gonna you're gonna be very hard pressed in a debate to beat me and think that smoking has any value to you, right? It kills over 9 people a year. It's not like we hide it. Every pack of cigarettes you buy has a horrific image on there explaining to you very graphically what it's going to do to you, and yet people still do it, you know. But you cannot deny the tide has changed with smoking, right? It has changed, like our cultural understanding of it. The invisible, violent, and dominant belief system that was there for smoking is not so invisible anymore, right? Like, people are telling you not to smoke. They're not saying just cut down a little bit. They're saying don't smoke. So I really hope that in the future that the attitude towards alcohol go exactly the same way as smoking do, right? And more of us start to wake up, just like Gen Z are starting to wake up now. Maybe this is part of it, because alcohol is a poison. It is a health wrecker, a beauty thief, a joy killer dressed up as a joy giver. And more of us, especially the younger generation, are seeing it for what it is. They're not quitting because they've hit rock bottom. They're not getting sober. They're getting curious because they're asking better questions. And because of podcasts like this, because of people like me, because of strivers like you, this isn't a rebellion anymore. As they would say in Hamilton, this is a revolution! Anyway, I love Hamilton, by the way. Do you love Hamilton? My daughter loves it. I love it. My wife loves it. Go watch it if you haven't seen it before. Today's daily vow. Today, I will not drink because I do not need alcohol to laugh, to connect, or feel alive. I just need presence and maybe a cup of tea. You were never broken. You were just told a broken story that alcohol makes life better. But the truth, life gets real when you take the bottle away. I have a couple of reflections for you to pause and think about today as you are walking around your district. What's the one moment you thought alcohol was really, really helpful, that was really required, but it turned off, you were better without it? What drink do you reach for when you're stressed? And what does that say about your mindset? And what would tea with mates look like if that became the new normal in your circle? Reflect on those questions. Email me at thestrivemethod@gmail.com if you want to answer directly to me, or on social media. That's all I got time for you today, folks. We're going to be back tomorrow with another episode of the 1000 Day Sober Podcast. Please share this podcast with another human being. You could very well save their life, and I'm not exaggerating, okay? And if you want to learn more about the Strive Method workshop that can help you live a self-led life alcohol-free as fuck, go to www.thestrivemethod.com and join the waiting list. If you don't want to join that waiting list, there's a free ebook there for you, which tells you all about the Strive Method. It's called Unveiling the Liquid Lie, How to Live Life Alcohol-Free as Fuck. Until tomorrow, choose not to drink today. Well, not alcohol anyway. Choose to have a cup of tea instead. You've got this, okay? Much love and strive on.